Gemini, I hope you're doing well. This is your weekly tarot. This is for, sorry, this is for November 16th through the 23rd, 2019. I hope this week is going well for you. You're able to release what you need to with this Taurus full moon. So what we're going to do first, we're going to pull 3 angels and ancestors cards just to see what information we need to have from our angels and ancestors, okay? So, guardian angel, you are not alone. That's good. Shaman, trust in a higher force. Okay. Traveler, move in a new direction. It's time, Gemini. It's time. Okay. So, for me, all I can do is just think of, I don't want anybody to return from the past trying to tell me whatever, because I just had enough of lies. I've had enough of the waiting for the truth to come through when nothing comes through, but that's just me. It is time for a new direction. I know, especially for me. As you know, I am a Gemini. So let's talk about the guardian angel. The guardian angel says that you are not alone. Not only are you not alone, Gemini, but you have all of us other Geminis with you. So to remember, when you see a white feather, that's your signal from your guardian angels that they are with you. And sometimes we need to remember to ask them for help. Like, yeah, I could use some help today. Today is the full moon, so that might be why I'm feeling it more. You can let me know how you feel. We do have a lot of protection and guidance here. And now with the shaman, trust in higher forces, there's a reason for this. There's a higher perspective. And, well, the shaman talks about spiritual guidance, also knowledge. So I don't know if you got any downloads yesterday from the 1111 portal, but if you may find that you have been getting them, and I think that's going to be open all month until the 12/12. I'm not sure what that one's about yet, so I'll have to find that out for us. But higher forces, there's reasons for this, and this is somehow like some small situation in the history of the big picture. Although right now it doesn't feel small to us, but I do know that personally my life is better than it was a year ago at this time, so that I can definitely say is true. Now, I had no idea what I'd go through in the next year, which, I don't know if I would have signed up for that. But thank goodness we don't always know what's coming up. But overall, I'm in a better place. Traveler, moving in a new direction. So it is time to move in a new direction. I think that's part of leaving whatever we need to leave behind through the whole full moon. Decide which direction we want to go in now and what we're willing to leave behind. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with our reading now. I guess we're going to be releasing to the end of the month, until the new moon, and I think that's about the 28th or something like that of November. It's going to be the new moon in Sagittarius, so I'm learning a little bit more. I try to pick up as much astrology as I can at a time, and there's so much information, so much. And if I listen to too much, or it kind of scrambles my brain, so I'd have to take a little bit at a time. But I will share that with you as I move forward. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands. That's about choosing a path. That's a fork in the road. We have the Five Pentacles, and that talks about, hey, we're being tired of being out in the cold. Okay, left out in the cold. Choosing situations that do that. Cups reversed talks about, well, an individual that's not emotionally stable. This is the Lovers reverse. It's infidelity in love, not good choices in love. Still hovering over. We have Seven of Cups reversed. This is coming to terms with the choices and seeing what the choices really were, what it meant, what choices we have now. And Five of Cups reversed talks about getting past our disappointment and regret, pain of the past, and heartache. All right, so let's talk about this path, this crossing the roads, forking the roads. Okay, well, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So now this could be someone in particular, or it could be an energy of a feminine energy. Doesn't have to be a woman, but this could be you, Gemini, or the opposite party, resonate all or in part. This is somebody that right now may be struggling to make ends meet. Because of that, they're not the person they would like to be, like not as nurturing and stuff like that, like they'd like to be, okay? And then we have the Ten of Cups reversed, and this is not an unhappy home, that the home is not, well, happy. There's no success here. And so there's one path that looks like that we're looking at where we've been, which is that unhappy home where financially things weren't. Yeah. Where financially things were not very stable. And then we have the Eight of Cups where we're walking away from something here. We're walking away from something that's not that is not emotionally fulfilling. Page of Swords is because the truth has been spoken or seen or found out. Okay, this is about the truth. And and sometimes it causes change. It causes us to have to make a decision. Okay, and so that's part of the Two of Wands here. So wanting to get out, wanting to move forward and not feeling shut out. It's like, I don't want to be the party that's shut out anymore. Well, that's a good answer, because there is a promise of a new path, a new business, new opportunity, new money, new success. Six of Pentacles reversed after a time of kind of poverty. Okay, kind of Six of Pentacles reversed, a time that we haven't had fairness. You know. Nine of Cups reversed said, you know, this is about not getting our rewards, not getting what we wanted. It's interesting that that's coming up on this column here. Nine of Wands talks about, well, not giving up, being ready to move forward anyway, choosing our path and moving forward, knowing that there is abundance, and that it's time to choose abundance. I don't know, it's kind of almost like the fear of venturing out on a new path maybe kept us where we were at and led to the things that where we've been. We're actually created the lack of abundance, instead of, if we would have just walked into the change, that would have made a difference, you know. So let's talk about the King of Cups, this person that's emotionally unstable. I have the High Priestess reversed, and this is maybe not being able to follow spiritual guidance. This King of Cups reversed is, you know, somebody that can be abusive, somebody that can be prone to addiction. You know, it could be a water sign, but doesn't have to be. It's masculine energy, but doesn't have to be. So somebody that's not following their spiritual guidance, that's blocked spiritually. And then we have an Ace of Wands here, which is interesting because this person looks like they may be given a new opportunity, a new start to change their life, and that's really nice. That's really beautiful. One more card there, please. Okay, Five of Swords, because maybe they're it was over the fight. Somehow, I don't know if there was a fight you had with somebody here that this represents, but somehow through this, they're seeing that there's a new chance, something. I don't know, maybe the fight separated them enough to see their part in it. Because, nobody ever wins those kind of battles. There's always casualties. And many relationships suffer because of that. But it feels like that was because of this truth that was discovered, and maybe spoken. So now we have the Lovers reverse. This is about not making the best decisions in love. So it could be choosing somebody else. It could be not taking things to the next level. It could be infidelity. Could be just looking at one's choices about love. Ten of Pentacles upright talks about, this is a legacy card, and it's like, maybe it's the way my family always did it, and that's why I'm choosing the same type of people. Maybe I need to look at what's in my family history, okay, good and bad, to see what's important to us and what, because we carry things forward through how we're raised and even through our lineage that we don't even realize is happening, okay, and so the Tower reverse talks about maybe we've been trying to keep something from falling down when it wasn't working to begin with, and it just needs to come down. So the next card is Six of Swords, and until we allow it to come down, we really can't we can't get away to a new start, to safe ground, to the other side. So some things have to be allowed to crash. And that would include some of our own theories and ideas about what life and love and family should be. Okay, Seven of Cups reversed. Now this talks about the choices we had, that we're clear on what these really were about. That we have no illusions about love now and about some of the choices that were confusing to us in the past. And due to that, we can see that this is justice reversed, that there was no justice in where we were at. It could have been on both sides, what we were dealing out, what we were receiving. And because there was indecision, whoa. Okay, this is a Two of Swords reversed. Upright, it's indecision, not being able to make one. And sometimes in these kind of situations where we're confused about our emotional choices, and we're emotionally confused that we do not make the best decisions, and although even when we cannot make decisions, those are made for us, and they are not usually the ones that we would have made had we been in our own power. Woo! Talking like a Gemini today. Wow. Okay, now Eight of Wands talks about, this is always about, communication, information. It could be a text or it could be electronically, but it can also be a download from that portal opening. From, you may be getting dreams. This is swift information. So just like right now as I'm channeling this to you, this is the channel coming through. This is our information coming through. There are readings. So it can mean many things. So for you, you have to decide what that is. Let's do one more card here. Here it is. It's information about the past. It's information about the family, about why choices have been made this way. It's information about the injustice that's been coming, and about our inability to make decisions when we need to. This is kind of going to be big. It looks like it's going to be kind of negative. So brace yourself, okay? So, but it's something that needs to be faced. So you can change what's happening. So you can change our fate. It's time to change. It's time to move in a new direction. That's what this is all about. Okay? So Five of Cups reversed talks about getting past the pain and the regret and the heartache. So being in this way, not only have we received quite a bit, we may not have been aware of what we've been dishing out during this time. So maybe where we felt like there wasn't fairness, we weren't being fair also. I'm being really poked to say that quite a bit, because it's about owning our own stuff in here too. Okay, so, and this would be, and then we have the Devil. So this is temptation. Temptation to right things wrong ourselves. Temptation to focus on negative. Temptation to not let go of the past. Temptation to be stuck. in the disappointment. And that really does need to be released. It needs to be released not only for us, but for all the generations that we're immediately attached to. The Chariot says without this release, we will stay stuck. We will not be able to move forward, and we want to move forward. It's time to choose our new direction. And this is about being able to receive the spiritual guidance that we need. And if we stay stuck and tied to that ego part of us, we're going to block it all. Okay? And so the star says, you're right. Here's your spiritual guidance. Here's the divine guidance from Spirit. It's also about hope for the future. Hope for the future and your wishes coming true. It's got to do the work. Okay? This is a new direction to make your wishes come true. It's time for it to be about you now, Gemini. So that's a card of spiritual guidance. Also, the Hierophant is about spiritual guidance too, but it's also about the religion. It's about politics. It's about social kind of structures and rules. And so we need to find our guidance within this system. We need to see what's real, what's not real for us mostly, and for our children or loved ones that we directly affect. Everybody does have their own freedom of choice. One more card there. Until we can embrace some of this, we will kind of remain stuck. So this Wheel of Fortune being reversed, it is a choice that needs to be made at this point. We've been all hearing about this choice we're going to have to make, right? All of us have been hearing about it. So, something about, there's something bigger here into trust, even if we can't see it all right now. Trusting is important, but it's time to get moving now. Sometimes we won't get the answers of the past. Sometimes the information that we have, certain things like relationships or whatever, is all we're going to get right now. But there will be other information about the family, though. There's some, that one will get more information on the family, okay? That's the way it feels. I'm just going to do a few more cards. I don't know if you guys got some new downloads on that 1111 porthole, porthole. That portal, that was weird. But it feels like I did. I had a lot of dreams. I saw some things for what they were. And it wasn't very pretty on my side. Okay, so let's just give you just an overall, let's verify whatever we need to. Let's just talk about this past. We'll pick a couple of things. Let's talk about the lover situation, and let's talk about the truth that was discovered, okay? Okay. So I have the King of Swords right here. This is some cruelty. He's reversed some cruelty. This could be a narcissist right here. This is about from the past, the negative thing from the past. The Chariot. But that's good. The Chariot's upright. So after looking at this for what it is, we'll be able to build, start planting our seeds and move forward. You know, just see it for what it is. Let's take a look at it and be honest about what we're seeing. Okay, that's our part of the past. Somebody else's. If we could look at it in a detached manner, it would help serve us the best. Okay, Lover. So let's talk about the bad choices in love. I have Temperance, so drugs or addiction could have been involved. Not being balanced emotionally also. The Wheel of Fortune, this was keeping us from moving forward. And then we have the Queen of Swords, and this is good news, Gemini, because this is the air sign. In her power, through the pain of the relationships and all of the other things that happen in relationships, we've been able to regain our power and take these lessons and be more discerning, right? Ask the questions we need to, and not shrink behind something, not hide behind drugs, people, or alcohol, that kind of thing, or avoidance. Okay, so let's talk about the Page of Swords now. We have the Three of Pentacles reversed, so this is about not working with certain people, not working in certain areas. So maybe if it's time we need to see that we just couldn't work with certain people. We wouldn't allow us, or we weren't willing to work with them. So it could be either side. We have the Two of Wands here. This talks about the choice again, the path again. So Two of Wands, again, we have a double confirmation there. And then we have the Five of Swords, which we have over here. So this is a warning for me to be careful about which battles we choose, because we may, we need to defend ourselves, but be careful about fighting just to win, okay? Because we could destroy something that is very hard to pick up the pieces and fix again. So, all right, so there you go. We will do one card here. This is Art Through the Eye of the Soul Oracles. Run wild for a while. And you know, we had this one before too, I believe. Maybe it was Libra that had it. Wolf Child. So it's time to run wild for a while, have some fun. All this seriousness, all this trying to fix things, all just hanging on and being in control. Have a little bit of fun. Just realize that, you know, be careful about avoidance behavior. But have some fun and laugh. And I think we've done a lot of work, a lot of good work here. And you're deserving of happy times. And you know, they got wolves here. Run with the wolves. You know, go out dancing. Have some fun. I'm going to take a bunch of vacations this year. I already got some stuff lined up. I'm so excited. So I'm going to date again. And I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm going to take some risks again. I'm not going to be all safe in my little hole. So, love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.